Thank you very much for joining Cooking for My Kids. My name is Jessica, and today I'm going to show you how to get rid of some of your sourdough discard by making some homemade crackers with using ingredients you already have at home. So today I'm going to start off with some all-purpose flour, since most of us have that at home. So this is half cup of all-purpose flour in my bowl, and I tend to start with all my dry ingredients first. So I'm going to put a 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt. You can use kosher salt as well. So I'm going to put a little bit of salt in there, and I'm going to add some Italian seasoning. That's a tablespoon of Italian seasoning. Today I'm pouring it with garlic and herbs. So these are going to be garlic and herb crackers. And I've got my starter. So this is a half cup of starter. And I'm going to give it a good mix and then add my room temperature butter in there. I'm going to mix it with my silicone spatula here. Give it a good mix. And I'm going to mix it until it's all combined. Now you can do this in your electric mixer or a stand mixer, but it's not a lot of dough, so I'm just going to do it with my hands. And some of us don't have all the equipment at home, so I'm going to try to do it as easily as possible using things that we already have at home. So I'm going to start, once it's a little shaggy like this, I'm going to go in there with my hands. Oops, lost some flour there. And I'm going to mix this with my hands now. Give it a good mix, and then I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of room temperature butter. Okay. And by the time the dough is fully combined, it's going to be a nice, soft, pliable dough. Okay. Just get all that excess flour in the bowl. Knead it really well. This is a good way to get rid of some of that stress that you might have been building up during this pandemic. So let's see, we've got a good combined, you can see the dough is starting to get combined together here. It's all coming together really well. Okay, and then once we've combined the dough and you formed it into a ball, we're going to chill it for about 30 minutes in the refrigerator. Okay, the dough has been chilled for 30 minutes. Once it's ready to be used, it shouldn't be sticking to your hands. Your hands should be nice and clean like this. I've cut some parchment paper in the shape of my baking sheet, and I'm going to dust my surface a little bit. And I like to work on my parchment paper so that it's easily transferable to the baking sheet. I'm going to add a little bit of flour on both sides of my dough before I roll it out. So I'm going to get my rolling pin, and I'm going to start from the center and move away from the center, like so. And you want to flatten it as thin as possible so that not only does it bake quicker, but you'll have a nice crispy cracker. And I'm gonna flip it, add a little bit more flour, and you want to try to get this as rectangular as possible. Okay. Now you can really shape your crackers to be any shape and size. I like to just keep them square because it's the easiest, I find. And quick, I'm going to grab my ruler that I got from my kids, and I'm going to use my pizza cutter. You can use a knife if you don't have a pizza cutter at home. And I'm just going to start cutting the width of the ruler. Okay. And if you don't want things to stick so much, you can flour your ruler and cut your vertical lines like so. Lines going the other way. Once you've cut your crackers, you want to take a fork and poke some holes into your crackers so that we don't get any air bubbles in them. So this is something that you can actually do with your kids at home. Pretty easy to grab a fork. Actually, my 5-year-old loves to make these crackers at home. She can actually now do it from start to finish all on her own. Once you've got all your holes in your crackers, you want to take your pastry brush and grab some olive oil and just brush all your crackers like so. Now, if you have a spray can at home, you can certainly spray your crackers as well, whatever works best for you. Okay. And your little ones will love helping you brush the oil on these crackers. Once your crackers are all brushed with olive oil, you're going to grab your Italian seasoning once again and just lightly sprinkle the tops of your crackers again, like so. And I like to grab my coarse sea salt and just kind of give it a little sprinkle, again, just on the surface like so. And now these guys are ready to go into the oven for about 22 to 25 minutes. I'm going to transfer these guys onto the baking sheet like so. See how easy that was? Now that we've preheated the oven to 350, these guys are going to go in for about 22 to 25 minutes. You want them nice and golden. Bye guys! The crackers just came out of the oven, so they're piping hot. So feel free to move them to a cooling rack for about 5 to 10 minutes while you get your favorite cheese or hummus ready to enjoy them with. And if you like what you saw today, feel free to subscribe to my channel and give it a thumbs up.